Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceaut.com. I'd like to share with you another brief update. So this is the 77 Ford F100 truck. In an earlier video we shared with you where we removed a lot of the standard mounting points for the suspension, and we're doing the mock-up on the airbag or the air ride suspension and getting ready for the 4-link setup. So you can see now what we've done with the stance. It's substantially lower than it was. I'll get the details later because I'm sure we'll get lots of emails and questions. But right now, from the floor to the bottom of the body of the truck, it's approximately 10 inches. So we're between 9.5 and 10 inches at its current height. I believe we've lowered the truck at least 8 inches right now. So basically what we've done is this rear end is basically sitting up as close to the frame as we can. We don't have the airbags in or the rear plate brackets in yet because we're trying to get a visual on the stance. Our client would like this truck to be as low as possible, but obviously we want to make sure that we have a safe ride height. When we come along to the front, I'm not sure if a camera person wants to go around the passenger side, around this side. We'll see which way she comes. So I'll move these brackets out of the way. So on the front, you can see once again the stance. Now the wheels are tilted in a little bit. We do have the airbag and the airbag brackets there. We have everything kind of dry fitted in. Now what we're going to do, you'll notice that the wheel is tilted in a little bit. A lot of guys like this look. And most people would say this is quite a nice ride height. This looks kind of neat. It's substantially lower than it was. However, we do have more clearance and there's something more that we can do. So we promised our client we would make it as low as possible because what he'd like to do is have a lower normal ride height. And then when he goes to a car show or he parks it, he wants to be able to lower it so it bottoms out on stoppers without scraping on the ground. So what we can do is there's our next step or the next level up from lowering this instead of having with this front suspension, typically when you lower a vehicle, guys will replace the spindles and they call them drop spindles. So where the studs come out and where they fasten to the front end, they essentially buy 2-inch drop spindles or 2.5-inch or 3-inch drop spindles. So they replace the spindle and then it makes the center of gravity lower on the front. With this style, this 77 F100, it has the twin beam front suspension. So there's a pivot point and they basically have 2 wings or arms that adjust and come down. There's a company who makes a lowering kit that's essentially a version of a drop spindle. So those long arms are actually lower at the point where they fasten in. So we've ordered those lowering front swing arms. So we're going to be able to bring this truck even lower to the ground. And I'm estimating roughly another 3 inches. So right now, from the ground to the bottom of the truck is roughly 9.5 to 10 inches. When we lower it, it's going to be another 3 inches. So we're going to have roughly 7 inches off the ground, which is incredible when this truck, I think, originally sat about 25 or 26 inches off the ground. So what we're going to do is, for the front, is we're going to order, we've already ordered it, these swing arms that are made special to bring it down even lower. And that'll give us our extreme lowest height we can. And then we'll preset our normal driving or ride height. For the back, what we can do is what they used to refer to as a C-notch, where you basically cut into the frame and you notch the frame and then you have reinforcement plates on either side and then we weld it closed. That will bring the rear diff even higher, and then we have our airbags. We're still going to have a tremendous amount of travel when we go to park it in a parking lot, so it'll be, as they say, slammed, I guess is the nickname. So they'll bring it right down. We'll have stoppers in place, so the front cross member by the oil pan is going to be the lowest point on the truck, so we'll make sure that that doesn't touch the ground. So the stance is coming along very well, and then what we'll do is when we have the next components to make it even lower, when we have that installed and the airbags in place, we'll share with you what it looks like underneath, because we get a lot of questions about how much work is it and what's all involved when you change this regular suspension and go to an airbag suspension, and then how much work is it to add a 4-link to the rear. So we'll continue to share with you updates as we do this custom build. This is the 1977 Ford F100 truck, and I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceaut.com.